There we go. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this amazing adventure. We are today with Atomic Wallet and Konstantin, the CEO of Atomic Wallet. We are now live on YouTube and Twitter at the same time. So please give a warm welcome to Konstantin and hello, guys.
Yeah, perfect. Good to see you, everyone. Yes, nice to meet you. So, and just sorry for my a bit of noise on the background. So I am just on a vacation with my family. Yeah, but I believe it's just fine. Just
It's perfect. No worries. Always a pleasure
yeah.
to have you. And actually, it's great. Why are you in vacation without being too indiscreet?
So I mean, sometimes you just have to have a break, honestly. So
Absolutely.
just yeah, especially after the just bull run, like 2 years of the hard work, and like every day you have to deliver something just to solve the different just situations, and just everything just everything should work smoothly. And so when you have like millions of users, like you have to concentrate a lot on your business. So
I
that's
absolutely
that's that
agree.
yeah, this consumes pretty much energy. So now I guess it's time just to refill the energy before the next movements. Yeah.
Absolutely agree with you. Actually, that's true. We had a hell of a bull run. Let's be honest. No one expected that. And it was crazy because the NFT pumped, the altcoin pumped, and the Bitcoin pumped.
Yeah.
That was great. And we saw so many great protocols, so many new blockchain coming into the market. And personally, I really enjoyed this bull run compared to the previous one.
Yeah, that's true. So I gotta say, honestly, I expected, of course, the bull run was a bit expected, but nobody knows like what was actually happening. Like, so I didn't expect honestly NFTs the boom. So it's quite surprising for me. Yes. So I was participated in the first NFT born like with cats. So we even minted the cats and tried to play, and I thought like, okay, so it's kind of tricky game. So what will be the next? Yeah, and that now that they're trying to just to sell the GPX for $100,000. So it's kind of okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
that's
say
crazy.
that's true. It is going to be too crazy, this bull run. And I think, like most of the people, we are happy that the price gone a bit lower. The crazy, or let's say the crazy NFT space gone a bit lower also because it was going well too high. And most of the people started to be like associating crypto with NFTs, JPEG, some scam happens. And I think it's good that now everything is a bit lower, let's say. On the second hand, from my personal opinion, I think the gaming in Web3 will be the next big bull run, and that's for sure. And when I see basically all the new games coming out, all the new partnership, all the new funding also coming on, and also us Zilliqa with Web3 War, where we are going, I'm sure the next bull run will be all around this, and it's going to be great. So I'm really curious about the future right now, where we are going, how it will go. Let's see. In the end, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, that's true. So, from my perspective, the game and the industry, so they will adopt NFTs, NFT technology, and it's quite ideal for the gaming items. Like, so you have a character in so-called metaverse, maybe, or it's any game. It's actually some kind of a metaverse inside this game. And so, if you have a character with some items like a sword or etc., and currently all these items they exist only in the game, inside the game, and there is no open market or etc. And the major gaming publishers, they still didn't realize the potential of this market. They thought, okay, so it's so we funds inside the game. The people they just deposit funds in the game. They just try to spend, and so we don't care about like some kind of open market. Yes, but those one who will see the potential of this open market, it's gonna be huge. And so we see the new. Actually, we'll see the new models for the games. Like
True.
it's Yeah, so currently it's so-called like play to earn,
Play to earn, yeah,
and
absolutely.
it's controversial. So there should
Absolutely agree.
yeah, there should be always money flow in the game to earn others. Yeah,
In one
and
hand, you're absolutely right. That's true that, let's say, now the current tokenomics of most of the game, even if the game is great, it's not necessarily fully focused for the players or the, let's say, the users to trade, to sell, to buy some NFTs, to mint them, to merge them, even some NFTs. Personally, me with some of the people of Zilliqa, we tried to create a different tokenomic, a different approach for all our games. But what I noticed is, yeah, most of the game and the biggest publisher actually are not so much interested in crypto, except few of them that I met. As an example, Atari, Bandai, they absolutely understood the whole crypto universe, the crypto NFTs, the fact that you can trade with other players some asset. And personally, I will not be surprised during the next bull run that they all come back to this and say, oh, guys, we missed a big chapter. We need to jump in. And I simply hope they will make the right things. We will see about that. But
uh,
absolutely, I agree
yeah,
with you.
that's true. So, but it's always on the market. Some old players on the market, so they don't care much about it. They only have like huge business, and why they will change their business models. But I guess most of the players, the major players, they're trying to play with this new economy and to see
Mhm.
what happens, or at least invest in some projects.
Absolutely.
So yeah, and it's still huge potential. So it's internet items, and it was born in the internet. It's digital, and it has some economy, and it has players around, and it can be sold on secondary market. And yeah, it's a huge story. But so we have to wait just for adoption, or just to try to to make this adoption possible, like Zilliqa do, like Zilliqa does.
I absolutely agree. And I think education on this space is the most important one, actually. The more you can educate people about either the financial, like lending and borrowing on different blockchain, or also, let's say, educate them on how they can play their normal games like Counter-Strike, like Dota, like League of Legends, how they can play the same game on the Web3 and earn real rewards. This educational step is so huge for them to understand, oh, okay, my account now is represented by a wallet. That means I can connect to different game with the same wallet. It will take time for them. But as soon as this will be sought out, and let's say the educational way will be much more easier for newcomers, I can tell you the next bull run going to be like really crazy. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, I think the education is a huge part, but another point is the technology. So if you are the game developer, so you should have this really strong technology on the background to
Hmm.
rely on this technology. I mean,
True.
let's say let's say some large game will use Ethereum or Zilliqa, I don't know, whatever the
Hmm.
blockchain, and at some point this blockchain will be overloaded of transactions and everything is stuck. Like the game cannot go through, and
True.
that's also some kind of controversial. So for me, so you have to offer technology for game
Hmm.
developers if you want to just take place on this market and with a market share, with APIs, with maybe chains or etc. And so the developers they will be able to rely on this technology.
Absolutely.
Uh, yeah, that's a challenge actually. So the players they for the end players, of course, there's some kind of adoption should be done, but the technology, I guess, it's very important at this point.
I agree with you. Actually, I will release maybe some information that's not disclosed so much. But as an example, us for Web3 War, that's true. If we had like 10 million transaction per day on the skins from Web3 war. In fact, we will be super overload, as you said. Ethereum was the main issue. You wanted to mint an NFT back to the time. Sometimes you paid more fees to mint the NFTs than the minting price. And for facing that, we found a way. Basically, you can make some transaction off-chain. Of course, that means it's super centralized. But on the second hand, if it's super centralized, it's in the, how to explain? I want to find my right word to not say anything badly or wrongly, let's say. But what I want to mean by that is like, you have the blockchain, which is decentralized. But for all the transaction, you can also link it off-chain in a centralized way, where basically you kind of make less transaction on the blockchain and more on the off-chain to basically help the blockchain in the end to get not overload. And this is where basically you can also protect more the users to be sure that he doesn't get his account hacked or stuff like this. And on the other end, you help the blockchain to also have less transaction, but mostly more important transaction. And this is where I think will lead the future.
Yeah, I agree with you. So you don't need to store everything on the blockchains. Like it's useless. Like so it's especially for the like streaming games or just with the games with lots of online users.
Absolutely.
So just use the existing technologies. And so, but if you want to do any commercial transactions, okay, so just let's rely on chain. And what I see that models that really works. So when the game is using the regular technology, let's say MySQL databases or whatever. Yes, for the financial information or for the owners, for the game owners, for the item owners in the games, they use sidechain. But if you want to trade these items on external markets, so you have bridges to public chains. And
True.
this model, what I see, it works. Yeah, that's I suppose.
So far, yes. So far, let's say there wasn't a big hack that's proved us the opposite. And I hope there will be never, because a hack happening on the blockchain is never good. But on the other hand, I know that there is always some maximalist of the decentralization, where they want everything to be 100% decentralized. In fact, they are right and they are wrong. Why are they right? Because decentralization is great. But on the other hand, that means it can turn into chaos. And if some people start to ally together and try to attack the blockchain itself, or let's say most of the transaction, it can go so wrong. So on the other hand, I think having some centralization into the gaming, as an example, or into some NFT gameplay, it's great too, because that means at least the team want only the project to succeed and to be great. They don't want the project to go to zero. And most of them doesn't want at all to rug pull or do anything bad. They all want to have their project to be the number one. And it's it's their dream to have it. So my personal vision on this is like decentralization is great, centralization a bit less, but it's needed. And both need to work together.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. So it's if you just see, it's always the people always argue like, okay, so we have the Bitcoin, so it's so decentralized, whatever. But as you can see, it's actually a bit centralized by the mining pools, by the large mining pools. So
True.
you can argue a lot, yes. But what I see, it's some kind of if you see on the other side, on one side it's decentralization and technology, and on the other side is the performance. And
True.
it's always you have to find a compromise between the performance and decentralization. And I believe not everything in the world should be decentralized. So that's most of the things it doesn't require for everything. And especially for the blockchain technologies, it's a lot of multiple items, like multiple copies, and it's not so effective to store everything on chain and everything decentralized. So you have to
Absolutely.
find the compromise. Yeah, that's why I believe so. For important financial information or ownership ownership, that's fine to be distributed on distributed ledger. Yes, but other things less important, like small actions, it's gonna be centralized database or some private chain or etc. So
Absolutely
yeah,
agree. Now I have a little question for you, Konstantin. Can you tell me a
sure.
bit more about Atomic Wallet? Like, what's your last feature you release, maybe, or what is your next massive goal you want to reach? I'm really curious actually about your wallet, and honestly, I created one, and I was wondering, like, okay, that's great. I have a new wallet. Where can I connect it? What will be the next future release? And now you are here in front of me, so I prefer to ask you directly. Or maybe you crashed. No, you back.
Yeah. Yes, I'm sorry. Could you please repeat the question? I'm on a small island, and the connection sometimes is it's slow, especially in the evening, like when everyone is trying to watch the YouTube. Sorry. Yeah, really, it's when you're a small island. Okay, so it's.
No worries. Shall I repeat maybe my question? Maybe you could not get it.
Mhm.
Because I have you now super close to me, I was wondering what is the next big step for Atomic Wallet? What's your main goal maybe for the future? If you could reveal me some alphas like this as an example.
Mm. Honestly, we have a pretty decent roadmap. Of course, our goal is to support the most chains that we can. Like as I see, the world will have the multiple chains, so a lot of chains, different chains, para chains, side chains, etc.
Mhm.
So I don't believe that the one chain will win everything. I don't believe this. So it's
You got a
for
fair
as
point.
Atomic is, yeah, it's a multi-currency platform. So we always like the core wallet. So uh, we should support the, the chain as quick as we can. So
Absolutely.
that's what we are focusing on. Another point, we have to make it as simple as we can, as most of our users, they are early adopters,
Hmm.
and they don't care about like transaction hash. Okay, that's something complicated, or what's the gas fees, or gas price. What is this?
That's true.
Yeah,
Most of the
and
people are not thinking about the vaccine, let's say. Absolutely
yeah,
agree.
and that's crazy. That's a lots of people. They use MetaMask for the Web3 interaction, and it's really complicated for the users. So, what we're gonna implement, what we're gonna release soon, it's will be a Web3 extension, just
Okay.
to give an access to the more DApps. I don't
Okay.
know what's uh, I don't know what's the uh, uh, how to say it. So browser extension, I guess it's just a step. Uh, it's just a one step, yes, because
Hmm.
honestly for the regular users it's quite tricky, so I have to install the
The
extension, I have
extension.
to import the keys or just create the new wallet. So I guess there will be exist some kind of the technology that will make a connection between maybe your mobile phone and
Hmm.
the browser, okay, let's say, or some gaming platform or some SDK. So yes, I'm sorry, it's not about the atomic. I'm just thinking about that
No,
few
no, no, no.
steps
You
forwards.
you got a fair point. You got a fair point. I mean, even
Yeah.
for us as Zilliqa, as a blockchain, it's not necessarily super easy for the users that just bought on Binance or any other centralized exchange some coin. He have no clue what he should do with it. He doesn't necessarily check the background or what is exactly this blockchain, all the possibilities. Most of them are here for the price and not necessarily for the tech. Let's be honest, that's true. But on the other hand, as soon as I see some users starting to get interest in it, trying to find out, okay, I have the coin, what can I do with it? And when they make some research, let's be honest, on internet, and they found out like, oh, I can play some game, I can use this token with this game, they start directly to go in it. Then after that, as Zilliqa, we have the Metapolis, we have Web3 War, we have more games coming also. And they start to discover a new full ecosystem. And this is where basically everything is led. And as you said, having a wallet as an extension on the browser, that's great. It's helped you to make some transaction, to swap your coin, make everything. But for me, the future, as I see it, is now we are all using different mobile phone. And I think the mobile activities the wallet activities on the mobile phone will be the next big way for getting more people into crypto, but also to make them the possibility to use directly their coin on different blockchain super easily.
I think it's there should be integrations to the major gaming platforms like Unity or anything else. And I guess like so in each mobile phone you have a security chip. So and in a security chip you can generate the private keys, you can generate and you can store all security data there. And there should be some layer between the security chip and gaming applications. And I guess there should be some wallet management or whatever. And this in this platform, okay, you can manage access to all the apps, to all the applications, and I guess in the future we will see some kind of that's what the same thing that's happening with the email. Okay, the
Yeah,
email is open protocol, and everyone understands like how email works, and the builders they can use this protocol, and the different clients can use this protocol, and they build on the they build the clients on top of this protocol, and the same thing
true.
will happen with interaction with your digital items or with connections to different applications. So and the basically each wallet, so the same as Atomic Wallet. So we will use this protocol, and from the other side, we will use a connection to different applications through SDKs or etc.
Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. For me, also the biggest next move around that. Imagine that you have some Zil. You have a Zil wallet on your mobile phone. I don't name any because, let's be honest, there is so many wallet coming, and at the same time, I think the one wallet that will be available on mobile that will be let you make some transaction directly from your mobile to different blockchain, also allowing you to make some transfer between one blockchain to the others without using a bridge, but let's say a portal, as Aave is trying to do. This wallet will win a big part of the race to the mass adoption. On the second hand, letting everything on the phone in terms of security is not good at all. If tomorrow, let's say you get, I don't know, someone steal your phone or anything, or you lose it, you go to a swimming pool. Oh, I forgot I had my phone in my pocket. My phone is dead. What shall I do? I lost all my crypto. That could be a problem, and this will be the next big step where we have to think about security, but also at the same time how to make everything easier.
Yeah, I think it's losing the private keys in the boat accident. It's
It's quite
I think you
common
know
also.
about this. Yeah, it's quite losing the private keys in the boat accident. Yeah, it's actually it's quite common issue, and it's quite common problem for the people. Like I lost my private keys. It's the most common request to our support team. And what should I do? Like it's all like, okay, guys. So we understand. Like it's yeah, it's you can do nothing. Like we asked you
You
to
never
make a
know if it's
backup,
the real
etc.
person.
Yeah, that's true. And honestly, there will be some kind of solution. Maybe these keys will be distributed between different. I don't know. This also will be some kind of let's say like I'm trying just. Oh,
Hmm.
no.
No
I mean, like
worries, go
from the
ahead.
yeah from the one hand, so you have a security, the most security, like it's okay, maybe hardware wallets, or it's always to keep your keys off chain and generate them offline in a cheap and just protect as much as you can. For the high volume savings or transactions, I prefer this option. From the other side, okay, it's on this side, it's like, let's say, centralized services or custodial services, like banks. They do most of the things for you.
True.
And yeah, and there will be some kind of a middle. Like there may be keys. You'll be okay. Let's say simplified. The storing of the keys will be simplified. I cannot say it might be in the cloud or whatever. There will be some kind of a solution. That's also a huge issue the market that the developers have to solve. Yeah,
True.
that's I agree with you. And it's like, okay, so it's centralized custody and it's more secure, and etc. So, and for the average transactions, there will be some kind of middle solution.
Absolutely, I agree with you. Actually, that's one of the stuff where I was thinking like the blockchain is immutable. That means every big smart contract that you write into a protocol is kind of super hard to modify because once it's written, no way to change it. And also the audits are mostly here for helping us to be sure that the codes that we wrote, once it's immutable, there will not be any hack. And I think the main, let's say not the main issue at all, but the main focus will be the same with different wallet. Oh, Konstantin dropped off, I think. So guys, you are only with me now. I see we got a lot of questions actually. Let me answer a few of them.
Yes, I'm sorry, I wasn't coming call.
No worries.
So, yeah. Could you please repeat the last sentence a bit?
Your sentence, you mean, or mine sentence?
Yeah. I mean your sentence. Yeah.
For me, because
Question.
every smart contract, I mean, most of the smart contracts are immutable, and usually we use audit to be sure that basically there is no glitch. There is no glitch in the smart contract or some hack possible on it. And I think for you as a wallet, it's even harder because you need to be sure at 100% that no one can basically hack you or manipulate directly the fund of the wallet, having access to, I'm not sure exactly how for you it's working, but like the master wallet, as we call that. So for you, you must go through a lot of audit all the time to be sure that nothing can happen in terms of security. And this must be really not easy.
Yeah, that's true. That's security. Security is, I guess, it's major for the wallets, and especially for atomic wallet, for the non-custodial wallet. So if you could just compare the wallets to digital banks, of course. So we just make it our position like a decentralized digital bank in your pocket. Decentralized digital bank in your pocket, and the security and stability, I guess it's two major points for us. So first of all, of course, we have like internal audits for before each release. So we have a double check code review for the major issues. Like we have a wallet core, and only a few people can contribute to this core. And before each release, we have automated checks. We have a double code reviews, and of course, so we do regular external audits. That's honestly, so I'm on this market for around 7 years. I have started almost 8 years, and I saw a lot. Like, yes, I did. Of course, I did mistakes. So I lost money.
We all
I
did.
lost a lot, honestly, and I lost my personal money, and I lost
your
money
private
on
key.
the
I hope
previous
not.
business. No. That's the only thing, I guess. I hope so. Yeah. So, but for the code mistakes, I lost money. I lost money in the business, and unfortunately, when you develop some complicated things, it happens. It happens. So, and but I learned a lot about it. I learned a lot from these mistakes. So and that's like you have to do it. Yeah, I just learned a lot about it. Yeah, from my previous experience on my own experience. Yeah,
I
that's
think
that's
you got
that's
a
what
fair
we do.
point. In this space,
Yeah.
I know no one that didn't lose money. You have to lose money because this is the way you learn from your mistake. At the same time, we all made quite a decent amount of money, and that's absolutely true. The good part will be you need to fall to learn how to walk or how to run. It's the same. You can tomorrow be millionaire and the day after you can lose everything in a stupid protocol that got hacked, or you made a mistake, you invested in a shitcoin and it got dumped. The truth is absolutely everyone need to learn, not necessarily, and I wish it for no one to learn it the hardest way, but it's happened unfortunately. And this is where you get better and better, and you have to trust more protocols than the others. At the same time, I will always repeat it to everyone, nothing which we discuss here is financial advice. We try mostly to give you some good information, maybe some alpha leaks, we never know. And on the same time, let's be honest, guys, we are all together in this space. You can be a small investor like a big wealth. I know a lot of them. And we are all here. When the market drop, we all sad. When the market pump, we all happy. That's the truth. On the second hand, I really wish to none of you to lose your money.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, if it's the case, then you will see it will pump again. No worries. Me and Constantine, as an
what I
example, are here
saw.
from a while now, so we saw it. Shall we answer some question of the community? What do you think? Did you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, of course. Now I hear. So sorry for some lags with the connection.
No worries. Easy going.
Uh
I see some
yeah. What?
people asking, is it
Mm,
possible they will... let me highlight the question. Is
mhm,
it possible there will ever be an AWC ZDAC token pairs? Both ZIL and AVC staking hours have been great for me. Congratulations!
mhm.
That's the first things. On the second, for sure in the future everything is possible. I will not disclose too many info because some of them are still in the pipeline, but let's see what the future will bring. I see another stuff, but I cannot answer this one.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, I don't have the right. I see a question for you. Do you want to answer it?
Mhm. Of course. Let's go. Oh yeah, NFTs for Zilliqa. Yeah. So yes, I of course I remember. So we promised to implement NFTs, and honestly, we did the research like maybe a month ago or so, and even a bit more. What we found like. Basically that's what I want to say. So atomic wallet is chain agnostic, so we are trying
Mm-hmm.
to support as more chains as we can, and of course to implement the major features for each chain.
Absolutely.
So like NFTs, I can say uh, it's a huge part for almost most of the chains, that especially for the gaming. So the chains that they're trying to find space in the gaming. Yeah, and so for Zilliqa, I guess I cannot say. Maybe some technology issues. So we are trying to find the proper API to
Mm-hmm.
fetch all the data about NFTs. And so my suggestion is to focus more on tools for external developers
True.
for Zilliqa. Yes, for the in this case, the implementations of all these features, so we will go in faster. So from our side, honestly, we are ready.
Yeah, on
So
our side, just to bounce quickly on this one, on our side, absolutely, we are building more API, actually more integration
mhm,
in between, and also with different wallets. And also, our main focus right now is the EVM compatibility. So, in one hand, also with EVM compatibility, let's be
mhm,
honest, it will be super easier. But of course, every development takes a lot of time. And good things were in the bear market, where basically you have more time to build. That's a good thing. On the second hand, yes, of course, it's take time. I'm sorry, guys. I wish I could develop everything in the day to tomorrow, but so far it's not possible. Maybe in the future we're gonna have AI who will develop and code everything for us. We all hope so, but not yet.
Yeah, so when I see the roadmap and when I see the plans, I always like, okay, guys, let's do this yesterday. Like, why didn't we do this yesterday? Why didn't do it just a week ago? And even if we are on the bear market, as you told, so we didn't stop hiring.
Yeah,
So we are still hiring the new people. We are hiring the developers. I just invest. Of course, the revenue dropped, but the business is profitable. So and we are able
that's
to.
great.
Yeah. That's I invest most of this profit currently in a team and in the future development. So I don't care about like, okay, so it's the business is profitable, nice, and uh, that's I mean, like I always like just, but it's still something is they're going a bit slowly, even for me. Like, okay, guys, we hired the new people. Okay, we just gonna move forward quickly. Yeah, and
Absolutely.
I'm just feeling the same for Zilliqa development team. Like, you have pretty lots of things to develop, and but the API, of course, EVM like API, this will solve the major issues. And
Yeah, but it's take
yeah,
time. I have to admit, we are. I should not reveal that, but it's not that we are almost ready. But let's say we are just finishing few settings to be sure. We are testing it every day. Honestly, it will happen really soon. I cannot give a date. You know, guys, you cannot give a date in crypto, unfortunately. But things are almost done, I will say. Almost done. On the second part, I need to admit something. At Zilliqa, we are hiring a lot. And the fun fact is, in all the crypto space, in Web3 in general, I see only position for hiring people. And that's funny compared to other market where you check and you see, oh, this company fired 2,000 person, or this company fired 5,000 person. But in Web3, everyone wants to recruit. It's like the opposite. And that's proof basically that this ecosystem of crypto in general is healthy. You want to grow more and stronger. So guys, if you want, join me, John Constantine. Join us in this adventure, and you will have a lot of fun. You will learn a lot also, and you will say it's great. It's really great.
yeah, that's what I saw. Yes, of course, some major companies they fired people. So as you see, the Coinbase, or Kraken, and some major players they fired.
Hmm.
But I guess none of the developers were fired. Like maybe managers or support team or etc.
Or
Of
the
course,
ones that's gone
it's
bankrupt.
yeah. Of course, it's a business. So it's if it's market conditions, you don't need few more hundreds people in the support team. Yeah, that's normal.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I mean, in terms of engineers, not so many people they really understand like how to write the smart contracts, how to build
True.
services from different smart contracts, and etc. So we are still on the early stage,
Yeah,
especially for the
absolutely.
Web3 development. So as I cannot say like
Absolutely.
it's yeah, it's still early.
I saw a question, but I need to answer because it's mostly linked to Zilliqa. It's this one. Is Zilliqa supporting the Ignite wallet and GZIL staking? So just to answer, absolutely. I'm talking a lot with Milan and about Ignite wallet. Right now we are on the test net. We try to basically help him as much as we can to be sure that everything will be great. For the GZIL stacking, it's you can already stake your GZIL. But the GZIL is not dead at all. We just put it on the pause moment. We created many talk with many community members around that. And our main goal with the GZIL is to not only give him the government's utility, but also other utility. If you are a big holder of GZIL, you can always contact me and I can put you in this group chat. We are many and right now it's going well. We are giving many proposals to basically remodel the GZIL to give him more utility and a good governance, let's say, vote with it. So guys, no worries, GZIL is still here and will be long time here. Do we have any other question? I saw a question for you. Shall I highlight it?
Let's go.
You can
What
tell
was
me
the
no
new
at
version
any
cover?
moment. If you don't want to answer the question, you can tell me Joker.
Yeah, that's fine. So the question is when it will be the new version cover. Okay, so normally we release new versions of the wallet in average every 2 weeks. Sometimes it can take a bit longer if we found some critical bugs, or sometimes it can be quicker if we need like a hot fix, of course. But in average, yeah. So it's normally I don't do any kind of such loud announcements. Yes, so we will add some new chains, so some new features, and I cannot say there will be something like a huge boom in the next months. So we are just constantly delivering, so improving,
That's
working
great.
on the wallet performance. Yes, working on the web extension, as I told before. So there will be around few new chains will be available for staking. We also gonna add liquid staking for some assets quite popular on the market. What else? So I guess it's quite enough for just before the new year.
Absolutely. I see we don't have any other question. And actually, almost 43 minutes is great for an IMA. If we go longer, I don't want to cut your holiday also. So I think we can say to everyone, thank you for this IMA. It was great having you. It was great answering your question. Thank you, Konstantin, to joining me on this adventure. It's always a pleasure to talk with you. I really have a pleasure to work with you, Tim, also. So wish you the best. And guys, let's keep each other updated. Have a great day,
Yeah,
guys.
thank you, thank you everyone. Thank you, Kimsey, for having me on the AMA. Yes, it was a pleasure for me to talk to you.
Thank
Honestly,
you.
I like such kind of relaxing AMAs, not just okay, just here's the answers. Why don't you do this or why do you do it? So yeah, and yeah, I'm just feeling relaxing, and so just and just be on an island on the vacation. It's giving you a space for the future steps, just to refill your energy, and just to see, just to move forward. And I'm
Absolutely
still,
agree.
I'm just in this industry for 8 years, and I'm not gonna go anywhere else. Honestly.
Absolutely. We are here for staying, guys. That's true. We are here for staying.
Yeah, that's true. It's
Crypto
I
cannot get destroyed. Nothing can get destroyed in this universe. We are here for long term. So, guys, always stay with us.
yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.